Alright. So we have Sean's story. Chapter 41 of Treehouse Isekai. Alright, here we go. Not to mention what comes after the frogs of war have been loosed. Croak! That's what, but you can't send out the frogs of war anymore, Sean, because the government turned the frogs gay. And now they're all femboys, and there's no way they're gonna go fight. I think that might have been the purpose the entire time, but I can't be 100% sure. It's not one of those concrete conspiracies, right? It's only slightly on the nose. No, those are the dogs of war from Shakespeare. I changed it to the frogs for modern times. I know, but the frogs nowadays, because the frogs are gay, well, I mean, we obviously know you're talking about the French, right? But I mean, like, actual frogs. Or at least that's what I got your intent from that was. That is clearly meant for the French. Because we were talking about Europe. No, I wasn't making a Frenchy reference. Well, I'm glad that you weren't, Sean, but I picked up on that. I wasn't 100% sure. But it would be funny. Guys, it's funny because I don't mean it, okay? It's just a joke. I don't actually feel that way, okay? It's like, this isn't the way I talk, guys, I swear. This isn't the real way that I talk, it's only the way I want you to think that I talk. Because if I talk like I talk, you can't talk for a talk. It's like an AI. You can make yourself look like randomly you're one of those round. That's what it's gonna be what you want. It's gonna make it look like you're not all your voice right now, right? Besides, I'll eat frogs' legs quicker than most modern French citizens. I don't know, I'd try any food once, if it's edible. You know? Frogs' legs sound like they could be like, I don't know, the dark meat of like seafood. If you know what I mean. I mean, I already eat shrimp, I already eat... Yeah, I guess mainly just shrimp. Like, what other seafood do I eat? Mainly shrimp. Alright, here we go. Chapter 41. We set the table for dinner just in time for the two project leads to enter. Pardon the intrusion, they said as they entered. You can't intrude when entering your own home. You're gonna have to get used to the change, I said. Wait, you're adding 2 more? How many wives do you need? Mary cried in surprise. As many as I can get! Have we counted, Sean, how many wives he has? Things are different for both our worlds. The male to female ratio amongst all the races in my world is roughly 1 to 20. So I understand things for the other world, and men there don't like to procreate and insist on being paid for the service. Gorgias stated. Sigh. I'm just not used to men having multiple wives. It's nothing about any of you. Even if having supper with multiple different races isn't exactly something I ever predicted. Please forgive me for struggling to accept your whole situation. Not yet! Maud reached a comforting hand out to Mary. It's of no consequence. We're all adjusting. I mean, James is sort of a cross between my kind and a vampire. Still having access to a man at all is rare in my world, so I'm having a little difficulty adjusting, too. Not that I'm thinking of backing out. Not a chance. You're my sis now, too. I'm afraid you're stuck with us. Mary smiled. I appreciate that. Really, I do. You're all amazing in your own ways. I don't even know what to think about any of this, except that I'm glad to have a family. Again. As Karenna sipped from her mug of blood, Mary's eyes were glued to the sight. Is the sight of me drinking blood disturbing? A little? Just make sure I can't smell it, please. Pretty sure it will trigger my nausea. No offense intended. Of course, sister. I would hate to cause you any distress. We don't drink from people, just so you know. We harvest blood from animals, and they always survive the experience. It's a good portion of the reason why our world is in such a state. We had no direct need for plants, so we didn't see the problem as a problem, not until it was too late to fix it. You indicated that gold wasn't rare on your world. How difficult would it be to get like 100 single-ounce bars of gold? I can sell them in jewelry stores around the city, add some currency to my account. I'd really love to get proper baby clothes and all the other things, like pacifiers and nursing bottles. Those sorts of things. Marta, Cora, Tessa, Nayla, Jean, Maggie, Lisa, Gorgias, Maud, Karenna, Miley, Rana. 12. I was gonna say 12. Yes, 12 is amazing. And of course there's gonna be more. And imagine all the children! It's gonna be a big fucking house. We gotta make a big fucking house. Gorgias answered. Just as soon as we get our molecular synthesizer hooked up, we can provide as much gold as you ever need. It's a simple molecular structure and easy to synthesize. If we ever need more, we can just snag an asteroid and bring it down. That statement made me think of another option. How difficult would it be to install a satellite system for Vanessa's world? Nothing crazy, just a communication and global mapping positioning system. I'd like to have accurate maps of the whole world there, and to be able to use something similar to a cellular telephone system, without dumping tons of pollutants into the atmosphere to set it up. Damn, Sean, you know how to jump conversations. That was fucking great. Excellent segue. Excellent segue. I'd like to have accurate maps of the whole world there and able to set up something similar to telephones. Oh snap, I know something that's coming. It's just flashed into my head. Nice! There you go, Sean. Hell yeah. Inspiration strikes once more! Without dumping tons of pollutants into the atmosphere and to set it up. It would be over 1,000 years if they ever got to the point of spaceflight. The process wouldn't be clean either. So if we could skip that step for them, it might be worth the effort. My new dragonkin wife answered. It would be very easy to do, but they wouldn't have the technology to use it. That's fine. The system could be tied to the treehouse at first. Oh, I just remembered. There are microparticles of debris in orbit around Earth. Is there anything you could do to collect that debris without being noticed? It's almost at the point of a cascade failure of our own infrastructures. Not just my country, but all of them. Not a problem. I've got a private drone that can do that with no trouble. And they'll never spot it, not with your tech. That's even assuming that your government's tech is vastly superior to what Maud saw when you and Maud went shopping. You and her? I don't think you have to say Maud twice. I think you can just say you and her. Feels weird saying Maud twice. My halfling wife commented. Would it be an issue, I mean, with Verona? I don't want to get you in trouble. No trouble at all. She has no legal right to prevent me from using my private drone on another world. We're doing it stealthily as well. Fair. Yeah, it just feels weird. It's a good deed, for which we might get good publicity as a government body later. I wouldn't even need to leave the clearing. We will need a proper power supply and a computer terminal for me to access the controls. What about satellite communications for your drone? Will you need to establish your own net or just hack the existing satellites? If you need to hack into ours, will that be undetected too? If that were detected, it would be considered a crime and cause a major incident if discovered. I wouldn't need any satellites for my drone. We've got means of keeping linked even through the entity of a gas giant, and our own planet too. I'll take care of it as soon as the computer terminal is online. Where should we install that anyway? Wouldn't it make sense for the actual terminal to be in your drafting studio? We can have controls for the force field gates installed here, but the mainframe would be in your control. I think that makes the most sense. She smiled. The next day, with my new wives officially married to me, and according to their technology, i.e. they fucked, all of them pregnant, I decided to take Mary to visit Vanessa. We're driving, we'll take both rigs, just in case one gets stuck. If I can afford to get one, I'll buy a bulldozer so I can make a smoother road to town. Plus, get a few loads of gravel for me to spread over the top. We can go there with you, right? Gorgeous looked almost like a puppy. I chuckled. Yes, that world is full of races, and having a few new ones won't break their sanity. Even Cressa could come with us if she wants. Was of a mind to do so, assuming she's still in the area. That is. Yay! She cried. I'll see if Cressa wants to come with us. She could ride in your pickup, or just run along behind if that wouldn't suit her. Cressa's a centaur. Cressa was nearby and chose to try riding in the truck on the way out at least. The look on the guardswoman's face as we rolled up was quite something. Surprise, concern, confusion, it was all there. State your business, she stammered. Family visit, I stated, leaning out from the truck's window so they could get a good look at me. Seeing me, she calmed greatly. What even are these things? Exactly that. Things. Machines. Built by the hands of my people. The one behind me is my sister driving. Her name is Mary. Do make sure to memorize her face. Everyone else is either my children, that you know, my wives, and lastly, the four-footed woman. Four-footed. I'd say four-hooved. Four-footed makes it sound like she's the short one. But that's just me, Sean. The woman with 4 feet. I don't know, but that's just me. Is Cressa. She's a friend. She saluted and made a clear effort to memorize each face. Greetings, Lady Mary. Welcome to the Viscounty capital. We look forward to serving you for many years to come. Her donkey ears twitched in the wind as her tail swatted at an annoying fly. Thanks. I guess I'm not used to being treated like a noble. I hope you don't expect anything like that from me. No, ma'am. We still must treat you with the same respect as a proper noble. But to you being Sir Waltron's sister... She saluted again and we moved on. But dude... wait. We still must treat you with the same respect as a proper noble due to you being Sir Waltron's sister. I can't read today, guys! Oh my god! I'm so bad! Fuck! Marta waved as we approached the manor gates, and the guards there opened the gate without question. I think you can just say opened it without question. Again, I don't think you need the double, but preference, right? Vanessa and Elisa came out to greet us, and were surprised at the sight of Mary's samurai, while Vera and Tracy were surprised at everything. Kara's reaction was almost comical. Instead of being surprised, she was drooling. Brother James, what are those? Can I use one? How do they work? Mary giggled at her reaction and instantly knew she was home. I'll teach you how to drive mine later. It's an automatic, unlike James's truck. That's a manual. It's harder to figure out. Plus, mine looks better. Did you take a wife from your homeworld? Asked Vanessa. Nah, I wouldn't marry this idiot, even if he wasn't my brother. I'm Mary, and I'm here to get a fresh start. I'm also very much pregnant. About 4 months at this point. James thinks it's a better idea for me to live in this world, at least till the baby is born. I have to admit, the air is even fresher than James's property already was. He also said, you have healing magic. Welcome home! What's the proper term here? She's your sister, but you're my son-in-law, so what's the proper term? There isn't an official term, son-in-law, sister, son-in-law's sister. Simply call her by her name. Daughter-in-law isn't quite accurate, since she isn't married to one of your sons. I wonder what Brother Nedwin I wonder what Brother Nedwin would make of Mary. Maybe you two could share makeup tips. In that case, I shall simply refer to her as Sister Mary. I'll provide you with a signet ring to prove to anyone that you are of our house, if not a noble yourself. Luncheon will be served shortly. You seem to have excellent timing, James. I'd think you were a glutton, but I know you don't overeat. Absolutely solid chapter. Brings everything together. They've now moved on, introduced Nedwin and Mary, created a little bit of a backdrop of, like, the interactions between the characters and kind of established, like, the nuances of their coping mechanisms with what they're trying to do. The extent of technology brought in through that and, like, trying to help out and stuff. Ads fucking cut me off. Ads cut me off, guys. The ads got to me, okay? I couldn't help it. I couldn't help it. It was the ads. I swear they made me do it. All the ads made me do it. The ads. Blame the ads. I didn't do it. It was the ads. I swear, guys. Please believe me. It was the ads. Felt like I just about ripped my fucking desk apart because for some reason my chair wouldn't roll. Ah, what am I stuck on? I don't know. Chair's not having fun. Oh, it was my jacket. I'm retarded. Scared the shit out of me because I went to pull it with my foot and the whole thing went like, and I was like, ah! I don't need that happening. It's an L desk. So if I pull on this and the PC's on top of it, so if the desk breaks, the PC falls off. Not a good time. I'll tell you that. And then at the end, introducing, like, you know, the idea of Nedwin and, like, the connection to the family and stuff like that. Everything kind of segues itself in very nicely. But unless anyone else has something they want me to read, we're probably gonna call it here. Because I'm so tired. Sorries. I'm sorry. I know it's still a little early. So you want to know what I realized? Sure, Sean. Here, I'll hear it. Let's hear it. Not sure when it will happen, though. Mary is a friend who shows up twice as desperate. Someone is trying to kill her. It's a natural alpha male to protect her and move her to a completely different world in the process. Well, James, obviously. But I'm guessing that's not... So he gets a slice of vanilla to go with all the other flavors. Very nice. Very nice, Sean. I can get behind that 100%. And then it's foreshadowed here. Totally makes sense. And a dude without friends? Yeah. Totally. A woman without friends? Better give a fucking goddamn good reason. You don't need to explain why a dude don't have friends. You need to explain why a woman has friends. Doesn't have friends. You need to explain why a man has friends. You don't need to explain why a woman has friends. Small nuances of character that separate male and female interactions. The ways that they look at the world and, like, people. Right? And then, of course, that's just the stereotype cliche mold that you would use to turn them then into what you needed. But yeah, so then capture the would-be killer and sentence him to imprisonment in one of the other worlds so he can provide a service by merely existing instead of going to jail and being all comfortable like it is over here, no cap. True. True, Sean. True. I am 100% in on that. Fuck that guy. Nah. Fuck it. Oh. But, yeah, thanks for hanging out, guys. Thanks for coming by. We had a productive day today, but it was still StarCraft, so that ate a lot of the stream. But we have one more match tomorrow between Soma and Bisu. Who will go up against Snow in the finals? Who knows? But remember, never stop being you, never stop being awesome, never stop creating, and remember, if you can't say fuck you to your friends, who can you say fuck you to? Fuck you! Alright, who we are rating today? Get your wheels ready. Alright, see ya, boy!